Welcome back, everyone. If I look cold, that's because it is. I'm down on the beach. I think the temperature is about -8. Wind chill might be -15, -18. I can tell you I enjoy winter, but now, middle of February, I'm done. I could do with some warm weather, could do with some green colors. Anyway, I'm down at the beach. Decided the clouds looked like they were going to do something. I was in the middle of working on the van. Been working on the van all day and been keeping an eye on the sky, and the clouds looked like they were going to do something interesting. So thought I'd jump in the car and head to a local spot. It's a spot I've been to a bunch of times. When we first moved here about 8-10 months ago, it was actually the first beach I came to, and seem to have fallen in love with it since. There's a couple of interesting trees, a couple of interesting lumps of rock. They're not quite the best sea stacks going, but certainly I'm quite keen on a couple of trees that are here. And there's also a pretty beautiful waterfall that's frozen right now. Let me show you that. So over there is a frozen falls. Might get the drone up close in a minute and see if we can get some nice shots of that ice. And then if we pan around to the left, just over in the distance there, just somewhere in here, you can see a couple of trees. You've got that one lone tree sitting on that sea stack, and then you've got that pine tree coming in and then curving upwards. I've always liked those pairs of trees. And if you get the angle right, you can get a really nice separation between the two trees. I'll show you my screen. I decided to go with the square crop. I feel that the trees and the scene warrants that square, that draw you into the center a little bit more. If I was to show you, say, the full image, the full scene, you can see that I think we end up with too much dead rock space on the right and too much sky on the left. So I think the square crop really helps. Just made a minor change to my composition. Glad that I kind of saw it when I did. It wasn't a big change, but what I decided to do is bring in a little bit more of this rock mass into view, really. And what I have now is I have it covering the bottom third of the image. I think there's some really nice textures, nice patterns. The color's not the greatest, obviously. That's quite green and quite brown, but I think that's going to look better, having that bigger, bolder mass at the bottom of that image, again leading you up to those trees and then ultimately the sky. So we end up just sitting and waiting, really. Probably about another 15-20 minutes away from sunset. Composition still set up. By the way, I'm shooting with my 70-200 Canon on my Canon EOS R. Yeah, just waiting for these clouds to move in. Don't know if you can see, but there is a bank of clouds just here that I'm waiting to come over here. Kind of hoping that happens actually no, those clouds to come over here, and I'm hoping that that happens really just before sunset, or just at sunset, because after that we've got the big span of blue and then some bigger clouds. So, you know, I'm really hoping that those clouds move into the scene just at sunset. That would be perfect. I've sat here and waited for about probably close to 2 hours, freezing cold. We're just starting to get some nice reds glowing on these trees, nice reds glowing on this tree here. The clouds are just starting to turn. You can see over there that Cape Split has got the sun on it. So all I need is one shot, and I think I've got what I want. But just really hoping that that sun stays free, stays open, doesn't get stuck behind any clouds, and again we can just start to see these clouds starting to get clips of red. So I'm going to get shooting, and hopefully, if this shot's any good, you'll get to see it. So we as landscape photographers must be crazy. It's about a week after I was back down here at this spot with my favourite trees, and I'm back trying to shoot the waterfall to add to this video. But today's now actually colder. It's now minus 18 with the wind chill, so I must be crazy. The other problem is the tide's on its way in, so I'm losing this waterfall quite quickly. I live on the Bay of Fundy, and if anybody knows or doesn't know, the Bay of Fundy has the highest and one of the fastest moving tides, I think, in the world actually. So it's chasing me. So with the tide moving in and my fingertips getting a little numb, I really wasn't able to get any more footage, unfortunately. I chose to get in close with the image that you've just seen. I really like the detail in the ice with the water moving behind it. And you may have also noticed that on the second trip there was a lot more ice mass than there was the week before. So it just goes to show that revisiting the same spot multiple times really allows you to get a different perspective of that scene. Anyway, thanks to those that have made it this far into the video. If you liked it, please subscribe and maybe hit that like button. Again, thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you next time.